we might have to stop using the phrase dead as a dodo because there is a bioscience company wanting to resurrect the extinct bird. ChatGPT has taken the world by storm, but there could be serious drawbacks to using it in a medical setting. And investment dollars might be shifting from robots to wearable devices. These are the stories we'll be covering on This Week in Healthcare Tech. Hello and welcome to This Week in Healthcare Tech, where every week we bring you the hardest hitting news from the intersection of healthcare and technology. First up, the iconic Jurassic Park series chronicles the use of cutting-edge genetic technologies to resurrect extinct dinosaurs. In recent years, a new strain of De-Extinction company has evolved to move this idea from the realm of science fiction to science fact. The first of this breed is Colossal Bioscience, which has made headlines with plans to bring back the woolly mammoth and the Tasmanian tiger. Having recently raised $150 million Series B, they are now taking aim at the dodo. Beginning with the extraction of a piece of the dodo's mitochondrial DNA, Colossal Chief's paleogeneticist Beth Shapiro announced in 2022 that the bird's entire genome had been reconstructed. The next step would be to find some kind of way to turn this genome into an actual living animal by growing it inside the egg of a close relative, such as a pigeon. There are still substantial difficulties ahead, however, not least of which is figuring out how to create an environment in which the resurrected dodo could survive. Next up, the internet has absolutely exploded with talk of OpenAI's large language model, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is trained on a gigantic amount of textual data to take a prompt and predict the most likely sequence of subsequent words. Incredibly, by playing this game of fill in the blank, the algorithm is able to write poetry, stories, blog posts, and even code. People are already applying this to the medical field, asking it to produce diagnoses, explain difficult concepts, or simulate a patient's medical history. But there are substantial downsides to relying on this technology today. ChatGPT has no fact-checking ability and no concept of true or false, which is why it sometimes completely fabricates words, ideas, and even people and scientific papers. As exciting as the possibilities are, we urge extreme caution in using language models in a medical context. Any output from ChatGPT should be carefully scrutinized and verified before being used. Finally, for years there's been talk of a robotics revolution in healthcare, with dreams of cybernetic surgeons saving lives by performing operations so complex they exceed the skills of even the best humans. And while there have been remarkable advances on that front, a recent survey of chief financial officers hints that funding dollars are moving away from robotics and towards wearable devices. The shift is driven by many factors, including the substantial regulatory hurdles and engineering challenges faced by companies wanting to turn a profit on robotics. These factors are less of an issue for wearable devices, which will allow for applications such as sustained monitoring of glucose and early detection of serious medical problems. That's it for this episode. Tune into This Week in Healthcare Tech next week for the latest news, and don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks for joining me, and until next time.